There was once an old man named Nana Mensah who lived in a small village in Ghana. He was known for his kindness, wisdom, and the way he treated everyone with respect, no matter who they were. He had two sons, Kofi, the older one, and Kwabena, the younger. Nana Mensah wasn't a wealthy man. He didn't own any fancy houses or cars. All he had was his small mud house, his old walking stick, and a reputation as the kindest man in the village. When Nana Mensah was on his deathbed, he called his sons to him. "My sons," he said, his voice weak but steady, "I have no gold, no land, no businesses to give you. All I leave you with is my grace. Walk in it, and you will never lack." Kofi nodded, holding his father's hand. "I will, father. I promise." But Kwabena frowned. "That's it. Grace. What does that even mean? Other fathers are leaving houses and cars for their children, and you're leaving us with words." Nana Mensah smiled gently. "You see, my son, it's enough." After their father passed away, Kofi and Kwabena went their separate ways. Kofi took his father's words to heart. He remembered how his father always treated people kindly, how he helped those in need, and how he never lied or cheated. Kofi decided to live the same way. He started small, working as a laborer on a cocoa farm. He was honest, hardworking, and always polite. When an elder needed help carrying goods to the market, Kofi offered to help without asking for payment. When a child fell sick, he walked miles to find a herbalist. Slowly, people began to notice him. One day, the owner of the cocoa farm fell ill. He called Kofi and said, "I've watched you work for years. You're the only person I trust to run this farm while I recover." Kofi took the opportunity and worked hard. Over time, the farm thrived under his care. The owner was so impressed that he made Kofi his business partner. Before long, Kofi owned his own farm and became one of the most respected men in the village. Kwabena, on the other hand, dismissed his father's words. "Grace won't pay the bills," he told his friends. "I need real money." He borrowed money to start a small business selling imported goods. At first, things went well, but Kwabena wasn't honest with his customers. He overcharged some, underpaid his workers, and refused to help anyone unless it benefited him. People began to avoid him. His workers quit, and his customers stopped buying from him. In just a few years, Kwabena was broke. He blamed everyone but himself. "If only father had left us land or money," he complained, "this wouldn't have happened." Years later, Kofi and Kwabena met at a family gathering. Kofi arrived in a new car, wearing simple but neat clothes. He greeted everyone warmly, just like their father used to. Kwabena, meanwhile, looked tired and bitter. As they sat together, Kwabena couldn't hold back his frustration. "How did you do it, Kofi? Father left us nothing, and yet you've done so well." Kofi smiled. "He left us everything, Kwabena. I walked in his grace. I treated people the way he taught us. That was the real inheritance." Kwabena stared at his brother, realizing the truth for the first time. Their father's grace wasn't just words, it was a way of life.